down. Local buzz to the red carpet gowns. Lady Rose the queen with the news to crown. Saturday morning, feel the groove. Sip your coffee and catch the mood. Lady Rose got the scoop for you. Let's make the morning move.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning Scoop with Lady Rowe. I am running a little late. I was planning to be here a lot earlier, but honey, when I say getting reacclimated to the U.S. is a doozy, it's a doozy. I don't know. I'm here. So much has happened. So much has happened in the last 2 weeks. I've been gone, as most of you know, out of the country for a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back home. I came home the day before Thanksgiving to be with my family. I hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving. I celebrate another year of life. I've been another trip around the sun, as I say. And on Thanksgiving Day, when I tell you I am thankful for family, it was just me, my husband, and our children, and we all gathered together and just had a wonderful time. We played Uno. We laughed, we talked, we ate. We just had a great time. And when I tell you that nothing gives a mother more satisfaction than to be surrounded by their children. When I tell you I was excited to be around my babies, I was super excited to be around my babies. Let me do some pleasantries. Good morning, Seven Baby Doll. Yay, I'm first and patiently waiting. Thanks for being patient. Honey, when I tell you I started doing one thing, I started hanging up clothes. I unpacked my suitcases. I did get that accomplished, but the clothes that I did not wear, because I took a lot of clothes, I've been hanging them up and I still haven't finished. So I'm sorry it took me so long. Good morning, Lady Rowe and everybody. I said what I said. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Good morning, Symmetry. It is so good to see you guys in the room. Yes, I have the background in the back like I'm really on the news, honey. Good morning, Butterfly, which we all know that I'm not. Butterfly says she'll be right back. Got to share. Yeah, I appreciate that. I said what I said. She said, good morning, Butterfly. Yes, I said what I said. Baby, you are in our prayers, in our prayers. And if you can drop down in the live and drop in your Cash App, we want to bless you. We want to bless you. You've been on my mind. The whole time I was in Italy, you were on my mind. So I am praying for you daily, daily. And if anybody feels in their heart that they want to bless, I said what I said, feel free to bless her. Because when I tell you God is if he blesses you, you should be able to bless someone else. And I believe that's what life is about. Butterfly speaking, I said what I said. Good morning, Pretty Riri Speaks. I am so glad you guys joined me. Yeah, I just had to come live this morning. There was just so much that's been going on out here in the atmosphere. This is I said what I said. Cash App. Please feel free to bless her. Like I said, it is not to me, bless her, because I promise you, if you bless her, God will give it back to you tenfolds and more. He talks about that in the Bible. And I'm not here to preach because that ain't what I'm here to do. I'm here to just to talk about some things going on in the publications. Yes, you better say that, Lady Rowe. I was truly happy to spend it with my sons. Oh, Butterfly, I saw those babies. Baby, you got some good looking boys. And thank God for your young men being available and able to spend Thanksgiving with mom. Because I'm telling you, so these young folks have their own lives, their own friends, and they be out and about doing whatever they want to do. So being able to spend time with your children is, I consider it a blessing. I had all of my kids, all of my grandbabies under this roof, and we just sat. When I tell you, sat around playing Uno and laughing so hard, forgetting how these kids used to cheat when they was younger with these cards. My grandson had a card up under his shirt. But when I say just cheating, just cheating, but having fun doing so. So I really, really, really enjoy my Thanksgiving Day. I am thankful. And the first thing I did, I sent a text message out to my cousins and I said, I'm thankful for family. I am thankful to know that even in my time of weakness, I have a leaning post, which I call family. And that's what I am thankful for. And I pray to God that everyone under the sound of my voice today has that same option, that when you are weak, you have a leaning post, which we call family. Good morning, Lady B. Thanks for joining the live. Yes, when I tell you I am grateful, I am grateful. Good morning. That's me, AD. I am so glad you joined this morning. We are just here to have a great time. Again, I said what I said. Cash App is pinned. If you feel in your heart that you want to bless her, please bless her today. I will be blessing her after this live. I'm not gonna do it while I'm on live because baby, I got to pay attention when I be using them Cash Apps. But I will be blessing her after this live. But if you feel in your heart that you want to bless her, please do. Her Cash App is pinned on the page. Please bless her. She is going through something that I wouldn't wish on anyone, something that I have gone through with other family members in my family, not personally myself, but with other family members that many of you know. Well, you may not know, I've lost a sister to breast cancer and other family members to the big C. And we want to be a blessing to those that are here because we know that God is a healer. He said he would heal our bodies. And I truly am a believer that he is a healer. I said what I said, she has stage 3 ovarian cancer. And we know that God has the final say. And if you know anything about cancer, you know that going through is taxing not only to the body, it's taxing to the pocket, it's taxing to the family, it's taxing to the caregivers. It is a taxing thing. So if you would, please bless her Cash App today. All right? You don't even have to know her to bless her. And if you don't want to bless her, let me know. You can Cash App me and I will bless her. If you don't want your information getting out, I will bless her if you send it to me. But I'm telling you right now, my plan is to bless her. And I wish everyone under the sound of this voice would bless her as well. All right, y'all. It was some things going on last week. I didn't get a chance to get to all of it. I'm going to drop the link just in case Butterfly wants to join. I'm not sure if she would. She doesn't have to, but if she wants to, I'm gonna put it in here. Because you know we talks among each other. But let's go ahead and talk about our fair use. Some material used in this video, is used under U.S. copyright fair use section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, education, and I'm gonna unpin this just for a second so I can read this because baby, when I tell you I don't know it by heart, I don't know it by heart. So let me unpin it just for a second. Commentary and criticism, news reporting, and education. Today we're going to be doing a lot of commentary, a little bit of criticism, some news reporting, and some education. I'm going to leave this pinned up. So if you don't see your comment pinned, it's not for any other reason other than I want her Cash App to stay pinned this entire live because we want to be a blessing to I said what I said. All right, let's move forward. While I was gone, Symmetry sent me an inbox telling me that Texas redistricting plan had been interrupted by a judge. Baby, when I tell you that was good news, good news, good news. And I am grateful to let me add her to the stage. There she is. I am grateful to even know that a judge was even thinking about interrupting this. Let's move on over here to what this says. And we're going to say this and I'm going to get out the way. Federal judge blocks Texas from using its new U.S. House map in the 2026 midterms. A federal court on Tuesday blocked Texas. Tuesday would have been a week ago, Tuesday, not this past Tuesday, from using a redrawn U.S. House map that touched off a nationwide redistricting battle and a major piece of President Donald Trump's efforts to preserve a slim Republican majority ahead of the 2026 elections. The ruling is a blow to Trump's rush to create a more favorable political landscape for Republicans in the next in next year's midterm, at least for now. Texas filed an appeal on Tuesday evening with the U.S. Supreme Court after Governor Greg Abbott and other Republicans publicly defended the map, which was engineered to give Republicans 5 additional House seats. In a ruling 2-1, in a 2-1 ruling, a panel of federal judges in El Paso sided with opponents who argued that Texas' unusual summer redrawing of congressional districts would harm Black and Hispanic residents. The decision was authored by U.S. District Judge Jeffrey V. Brown, a Trump nominee from the president's first term. So we already know he's going to be on Trump's bad side. To be sure, politics played a role in drawing the 2025 map, but it was much more than just politics. Substantial evidence show that Texas racially gerrymandered the 2025 map, the ruling states. The decision comes amid a widening national battle over redistricting. Missouri and North Carolina followed Texas with new maps, adding an additional Republican seat each. To counter them, California voters approved a ballot initiative to give Democrats an additional 5 seats there. The Trump administration filed a federal lawsuit challenging that map, with Attorney General Pam Bondi calling it a brazen power grab. But let's understand, California voters approved it. That's a different thing. Their constituents, the people who live in that state, they voted for their redistricting. Texas did not. Those people in Austin sat down with a pen and paper and they did what they wanted to do. They didn't ask any of the constituents, any of the voters of Texas. They just did whatever they wanted to do. In a post on X, California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom celebrated the Texas ruling. Donald Trump and Greg Abbott played with fire, got burned, and democracy won. Child, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I hope y'all saw that because I think I put that up there. Good morning, Butterfly. How are you doing?
Good morning. Salutations, my beautiful. Take flights and not catch feelings. Okay.
When I say I came back refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to get this year going a little bit better, this next year of life going a little bit better.
Yes.
I am grateful. When I tell you Thanksgiving hit differently this year, yesterday I went back to work on yesterday. I did go back to my job that I work at. I went back to work. And while I was at work doing what I do, my phone was going off. So I went ahead and I looked at the phone, and people was telling me that someone was on this app upset. They was upset with a lot of people. I don't know. Yes, I thought everything was kosher. I don't know. I've been minding my business. I go over and watch my diagnosis. But baby, let me tell you something. If you mad, if anybody on this app is mad at anybody, here's what I want you to take your hand, reach around to your behind, scratch it, and get glad. All right? Get glad, because it ain't even worth it. Nothing on this app. We don't know none of y'all. We don't care to know none of y'all. We don't want no beef with you because we don't know you like that. We don't care to know you. So, baby, take your hand. See? Take your hand. Like I'm taking. Reach around to your ass. Scratch it and get glad. All right? I also heard you said that over here on my page was a graveyard. So we're going to have a funeral with some Lowe's receipts. All right, there you go. There your funeral. You don't ever have to come back over here to Lady Rose channel. All right. You who feel like this is a graveyard. Okay. You don't ever have to come back over here to Lady Rose channel. All right. And dust to dust. Ho. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Bitch, go over there to your corner of the earth, whatever that looks like. Because apparently over there where you live is upsetting to you. It's so upsetting that you have to come out here and start drama on the YouTube streets. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting to you. You are so upset. Bless your ugly ass heart. Anywho, girl.
Lady Rose,
What?
I am so lost, girl. When I tell you I've been in a bubble, it's oh God. So what?
Girl. So the hose is red. The hose.
Wait a minute.
The
Wait
garden.
a minute. Wait a minute, girl. Don't tell me these people are still talking about us.
Girl. And you know what, Butterfly? They don't even matter. Who gets up on the day after Thanksgiving, the day that you've been thankful for, and you push your button and just go into a whole terrorist act? Because when I tell you, I watched the video. I ain't gonna lie. I
didn't see no video. Nobody even y'all so dirty.
I did not watch
Street team didn't send me nothing or nothing. Girl,
sorry.
I didn't even hear a peep of a word. So now y'all gotta send it to me so I can catch up. But it's a mess, girl. You know what killed me about people that claim you're a graveyard? They have to have frequent the graveyard to know that you're a graveyard.
I guess so, girl. I don't hang out the graveyard.
How would you know what something is doing and how it's working if you ain't over there playing? And it's like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I lied.
What are we talking about?
I did not actually watch it. I skimmed through it, like you know how you skim, like
red ball. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we call it red ball. Red ball.
When I tell you, when I left Rome, baby, none of that was on my mind. Because when I tell you, I am who I say I am. I am who I am.
In real life, baby, with real receipts. Hold up, can you show us? Hold up, can we have a slideshow of your beautiful time in Italy?
Please. I will. I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. I put
some real quick
on my phone, but a lot of them are on my GoPro, so I haven't to my Summer's on my TikTok, but my TikTok is like super private because I don't need the people who are come on here and are upset to be over there on my TikTok or on my Facebook or on my Instagram, because guess what? I live a very pleasant life. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're unhappy, be unhappy over there.
Girl, when I tell you, just keep it coming because it just helped glowing and growing. Yeah. And I already got our new slogan, Buttercups. Mm-hmm. We are Glow Getters. It's our new slogan for 2026. New era coming in. They think they mad now, baby. They're gonna be foaming.
Tell you this, look, the whole thing in a nutshell is that it's envious, right? There's a difference between being envious and jealous. Jealous is I want what you have. I want what you have, right? And you know, whatever. Envious is just the sheer anger that I cannot get to you. Like I cannot, and I want it. We saw the envy with Show Enough. We saw the envy with Butterfly. You say Butterfly homeless. She live in a cardboard box. She in her mama's closet. She in a basement. She do drugs. She do all these things. But yet and still you want to do commentary on a person who you want all of your constituents, because we're going to call them your constituents, your followers, your cult members, to believe is lower than you. But you want to keep talking about her and use her as content. I don't know. Maybe it's me that thinks that's weird, but I think that's weird. I just think that's weird.
I told y'all that they're not. What I figured out is the balance is not balancing.
It's not. Something in your head isn't going all the way to the top. I don't like to talk about the people over there that need help. I don't do that, but I will talk about you because you want people to believe you got good sense. But I'm here to tell you that you don't. I'm here to tell you That there ain't a therapist in the world that could probably help you. You need a straight jacket and a gallon of lithium. And I think that's the only thing that'll help us in America to be able to cope with you. I don't think Xanax.
Baby.
I don't think you know that one.
You know what? You know how we're gonna cope with them. Keep doing what we're doing, paying them dust and letting them bring us the numbers. Because all they doing is making people come over and try to figure out who we are. They ain't seen nothing yet. That's why I said they think they mad now, baby.
I don't care if
they
anybody
don't even know what we about.
I am a law-abiding citizen. I ain't never been in trouble with the law other than probably a speeding ticket. I am law-abiding. You can pull up anybody around me, girl. If they got something on them, that's them. I don't have nothing on me. I am me. So I'm gonna tell you what you gonna do. You keep playing with Lady Rowe, you're gonna end up in a court of law. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You could call it punk, you can call it anything you want to. You keep messing with me and you say the wrong thing, you keep incriminating me. Incriminating yourself. Guess what I'm doing? I'm not doing nothing but stacking the papers, because when I go sit down with that man, I'm gonna show him all of the things you have done. You ain't gonna outdo this harassing cyberbullying, because baby, it's there. You can say what you want to say, but baby, I got somebody's attention, and once I get through talking to him, I promise you, you ain't gonna like it. Baby, I put everything I got on it. You ain't gonna like it, and I'm gonna get you for everybody. When my mama said you wish she used to give us whoop, I'm gonna whoop you for everything you thought about doing.
Okay. That part.
Everything you thought about doing, I'm gonna get you for. I promise you, I'm gonna get you for. That was my mama's words, baby. I'm gonna get you for. But y'all, let's play that funeral one more time with these loads.
I was about to say, baby, them receipts will not be low.
Look at me, say lows. Look, I'm gonna put them on pause. You see them? They say lows. All of them say lows. Baby, Lady Rowe got up early this morning to make that for the live. Those lows. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to Lady Rowe's graveyard. Okay, where we rest upon the Lowe's receipts.
Right. You know what? Before I go any further, y'all, I want to talk about something. I cooked my Thanksgiving dinner. And y'all, when I tell you my dressing turned out so good, yeah, I use this right here. Let me see. Do I have it on? I think I took a picture. Yeah, I use this in my dressing. Miss Wonder's dressing magic dust, baby. When I tell you, let me tell you what all this magic dust got in it. It have pretty much everything. I put some other seasonings in it, but this seasoning took it over the top. And I ain't just saying that because I like Miss Wonder, baby. This seasoning is the bomb. This seasoning has rosemary, marjoram in it, onion, garlic, sulfates, paprika, poultry, whole celery seeds, chicken bouillon, cilantro, bay leaves, sage, parsley flakes, salt, and other spices. Y'all, this here dressing mix was so good in my dressing. I put little jalapenos in it. But when I tell you my family, my sister called over here and asked my daughter if she would bring her son by her house. But that's how good this dressing was, baby. And she called me to tell me how good it was. Miss Wonder, thank you so much for the seasoning. She gave me that in addition to, I had purchased some Show Enough Miss Wonder seasoning. Got this. This was waiting on me when I got back from Italy. This is a season all, and I've already tried it in my ground beef. I made something the other day when I got home. But baby, that dressing mix, baby, she got that one down. Baby, you got that one down. But I would normally add sage to my dressing, but before I added it, I was like, let me read and see what's in this mix. And when I saw this sage in there, and girl, Miss Wanda, you did your good one with that dressing mix, baby. You need to hurry up and put that on the market and go ahead and get that out there. Because this right here is good stuff. Dressing magic.
Trying to tell you, girl, I can't wait to restock on mine. You ain't never lied.
It's good stuff. So I'm telling you, if you have not tried the dressing dust, it is so good. Baby, when I tell you my dressing, absolutely. My dressing always be good, but that magic dust in that dressing, I even had to text. I said, baby, this is the bomb. She said, thank you very much. This is the bomb, Miss Wanda. Oh my God, I loved it. So y'all, if you have not put in an order, if somebody can you please put Miss Wanda's, I should have put it here before I started, Miss Wanda's link to Showing Up Miss Wanda's Seasonings in the chat so that we can be a blessing also to Miss Wanda. I said what I said, Cash App pin. Please, if you can, if you will, please Cash App her. Be a blessing to her, you guys. She's going through something that I wouldn't wish on anyone. So please bless her. We know what she's told us, but we don't know the things that are unsaid. So I'm asking you from my heart to your ears to please bless her. Amen. Amen. Go ahead, Butterfly.
Amen. Amen. No, I'm just happy to see you, Lady Ro. I'm so glad you're refreshed, and I'm glad you had a beautiful time with your family. I also had a beautiful time. I had both my sons. We spent it with their father's side and their aunt and their other siblings, and it was really beautiful. So I was really glad about that. That's why I was like, girl, I was in the bubble.
I know. You know what?
I didn't know nothing about people.
Exactly. That's how we want you, Butterfly. We don't want you over here playing in the dirt, in the garbage, in the trash. My mama told me a long time, you play with trash, it's gonna get in your eye. And I think I heard somebody else say, you play with trash, you gonna stink, right?
I was about to say, girl.
So we don't want you playing in the trash. We want the trash to stay over there, right?
It took itself out. That's the crazy thing. You got to think about it. These are people that decided that in a group, in a collective, that they was mad at me for something that I didn't have nothing to do with to start with. So it's just the manipulation and the constant need to intertwine me in the nonsense. And Lady Ro, it's obvious reasons. And people are not always jealous or envious of material things. And it's just sad. That's why I said we're just gonna pray for them. They is not bringing.
We can't help them no other way.
That's it. We're not bringing them into 2026. Ain't nobody got time for none of that nonsense. Yes. So, Lady Ro, are you gonna get to your news this morning? Because I did have something I wondered how you felt about. Because I know that you're in the field, so I didn't want to jump the gun if you already had that on the docket this morning.
Well, you stick around and let's because I think I know what you're talking about, and I did not have it on the we can talk about it. Symmetry said he's thankful. I'm also thankful for family in the newest addition to our family. Come on, Symmetry, congratulations on a new addition. Oh my God.
Congratulations, Symmetry.
Congratulations. All in unity. Thanks for joining the live this morning. Hey, Michelle. That's right. The trash took itself and baby, I don't play in trash. Baby, when I tell you, I'm not coming down off of my chariot to play with garbage or those that are lesser than, because I'm gonna tell you something, I don't think I'm better than nobody. But when you prove that you're garbage, I'm gonna treat you as such.
Okay, baby. Show me who you is. I'm gonna believe you, and that's just what it is. That's it.
Believe you. I don't have no other choice but to believe you. Hello, Kiana Flay. Is it Kai No Flair? Oh, girl, I don't even want to mess that up. Maybe you could spell it out for me, but thanks for joining. My heart isn't open enough yet for me to pray for them. Please pray for. Okay, I'm gonna pray for you too, because you know what? I'm gonna pray for my enemies. I'm gonna pray for my enemies.
No, I understand that, Michelle.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for my enemies, girl.
At some point,
I want her to be saved too. In the end, I want her to go to heaven too. I don't want to go to heaven by myself. It's gonna be lonely. I want her to get saved too, because she can be able to do that in heaven. But so she's gonna have to get it right here, or she's not gonna be able to go up there, or even go with God. Wherever he is, she's gonna be able to go. Shannon said, I will say this: I am one of Butterfly supporters, and no, I am not reporting anyone's page. Oh, I don't know what that means, Shayna.
Right. I'm like, is that the issue that people's pages getting reported?
Page, girl, report. I don't know.
Girl.
Y'all, if they told y'all to report, baby, y'all follow the commander, That's on y'all, but I'm gonna tell you right now, be careful what you're doing. Be careful who you follow. Be careful who you let to saturate your soul and your mind. Be careful what you feed your soul. Be careful what you feed your mind. Because I'm gonna tell you, things grow. They take root and they sprout. They just do. I'm very okay. Hey, Nettie, I'm very careful what I feed my mind. I have intentionally stopped listening to some things. I do listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I listen to Misdiagnosis because although sometimes she go off in her little spats and her little things, Misdiagnosis makes a lot of sense. She makes a lot of common sense. So I do listen to something that when she go on off in her Lawrence, I stop listening. I find something else to do. I scroll on. But I'm not going over there to listen to them because they take turns one after the other. I'm next to jump on the bandwagon. I ain't jumping on no bandwagon. Y'all on them bandwagons alone. I'm gonna be right over here doing this thing. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. All right.
Dust to dust.
That's exactly how I feel about all the crap that they're doing. It was said that Butterfly and other content creators supporters are reporting that person's page. Girl, she wants to be reported. Okay. Let me tell you something. If y'all don't sit back and look at the handwriting on the wall, just look at it. Just look at it. I'm telling you, don't even have to it don't even take rocket science. You could be just a regular old person walking down the street and you can see exactly what's going on. It does not take a rocket science. No one's reporting their page. And I'm telling you, if their pages are being reported, YouTube ain't telling them. I'm going to tell you what's getting their page reported. Trying to dox people, lying on people, and doing terroristic threats. Threatening people is illegal. It's illegal. Anti-SLAPP laws have nothing to do with your threats. It's illegal to threaten people. It's illegal to cyberbully people. It's illegal to harass people. Anti-SLAPP laws are when I report something about Kandi Burruss and Todd getting a divorce and they may not want it out. So they may want to sue me because they're saying, oh, that's not what we want out. But I have the right to report it because it's out in the publications. That does not negate me. That does not negate if I'm over here harassing Kandi and Todd. That's a whole different situation. So you cannot harass people and think the anti-SLAPP laws are going to get you off. Also, girl, I see it the other day, but let me go over here to the ChatGPT. You know, ChatGPT is my friend, and it should be a lot of people's friend. So I'm gonna share the screen real quick, and then Butterfly, we're gonna talk about what you want to talk about. ChatGPT, let's ask him, what is HIPAA? I hope I spelled it right. I spelled it wrong. I knew I did. It's 2 A's. So HIPAA stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Okay, let me tell you who is responsible for HIPAA. I know this because I have to go through these same studies every year. Every year, because I'm a nurse, I have to go get training for HIPAA privacy laws. I do this every year. HIPAA is healthcare, insurance. I want you just to hear the word. Health insurance. Those two words stand for who is responsible for HIPAA laws. Health insurance. Health meaning, are you a healthcare professional, a nurse, a clinician, a doctor? You're the clerk at the hospital. You work at the hospital. You work in the business office. Those are the people who the health part stands for. Insurance would be Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna. Health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid. Those is the insurance. If you are a regular person and you talking about another regular person's health problems, you cannot commit HIPAA violations because you are not part of HIPAA. HIPAA is for healthcare and insurance. Y'all, is that plain? That simple. Stop going around here saying, oh, I don't want to talk about this because I'm going to violate your HIPAA. You can't. You can't violate someone's HIPAA because you are not a part of HIPAA. You don't matter. You don't matter at all. And we want you to understand that. So when you over here tell them it's diagnosed, you're going to violate a HIPAA. You cannot, because you don't matter. The only person who matters with misdiagnosis and her HIPAA is her doctor, her clinician. That will be her doctor, her nurse, her clerk, whoever is in the office. They are responsible for protecting her HIPAA, and her insurance company, wherever she goes to get her insurance, and whoever takes care of those insurance providers. Those are the people that are responsible for HIPAA, not you over here on the YouTube. So stop lying to these people out here thinking that you know something, because that makes you look dumb. But you are dumb. Moving forward. Okay, Butterfly, what you say?
The bird games.
That's
baby.
That's it. So on this past week, the Department of Education decided they would remove the word professional from nursing. Is that where you were going, Butterfly?
Yes. Yep. I was wondering if you was going to touch on that and how you felt about that. Yeah.
Let me pull it up real quick just so I can have a guideline to go off of. Let's go to nurse.org and let's see what they're talking about. So when they talk about nursing professionals, they are talking about the expansion of nursing. So nursing comes in several things. Or you have the LVN, the associate degree, the bachelor's degree, and then you have the master's prepared degree, right? So they're talking about the master's prepared nurses. So it's not going to affect the large majority of nurses. It's going to affect those nurses who've gone on to school and gotten their master's degree, or gone a little bit further and gotten their doctorate in nursing. And it's going to affect them when it comes down to the educational portion, meaning they're going, by it not being considered professional degrees, is going to affect them being able to get loans to get into those areas. See what I'm saying? Let's actually go to nursing.org and see what they're saying. Nursing excluded as professional degree by the Department of Education. The U.S. Department of Education has officially excluded nursing in its recently revamped definition of professional degree programs. This change occurs as part of the implementation of President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and has nursing organizations nationwide raising alarms. And I will say this, the reason why it is aggravating so many nurses is because a lot of nurses have gone out and gotten further education, because the more higher education you have in nursing, the more things you can do, right? So if you have a master's in nursing, you could be a nurse practitioner. You could run a clinic. And they have nurse practitioners in place because we aren't producing as many doctors as they used to in other as we used to do at one point in the world, we'll say that. And so much is so that a lot of hospitals have fellowships with doctors from other countries. That's why you see a lot of doctors from the Middle East or from Asia, those things. That's why you see a lot of those things. So I really believe that One Big Beautiful Bill, after these 4 years is over, is going to have to be amended, because medicine would crash if it was not for nurses. It's that plain and simple. We have to have nurses, and you have to have the nurses who have gone to school and done the work and did the studies to become the highest at their level of study. So when you have someone like Donald Trump, who probably only has a high school education, come in and just say, okay, let's just remove them. But we all know that during COVID, that nurses was who was holding the hospital up, because most of us worked during the COVID pandemic rather. We worked through that. So if it has not been for us, who was going to be the one at your family member's bedside while they were in ICU, turning them on their back and turning them on their stomach, giving them their breathing treatments, passing them their meds, making sure their oxygen levels were at the right stat, walking them up and down the hallways, changing their bed pads, taking them to the bathroom, putting them on a toileting schedule, those things. It wouldn't have been anybody. So I just feel like that this is going to be something they regret, because I saw a lady on TikTok post right after this was done. She goes, if they want to say nursing isn't considered a a professional career, she said that I'm going to start treating it as such. Doctor came in the room. I told doctor doctor told patient he wasn't going to do X, Y, and Z, because that's what normally happens. Nurses are an advocate. So when I go into a patient's room and I see a patient needs X, Y, and Z, I advocate for that patient, and I call the physician and say, hey, I was in Miss So-and-so's room. She has a fever. Her output, she has very little output today. She didn't eat very well. And I believe that she has some type of infection. I advocate for the physician. For the patient, and that physician takes my word based on what I have given them in my assessment, and they treat the patients based off of my assessment. They're not coming into that room and assessing that patient. They're using the nurse's words. So when you say a nurse is not considered a profession, baby, you are stepping on dangerous territory. So I really believe that big, beautiful bill, once we get Trump out of office, will be amended. In fact, I believe that once we get the Democrats over the House, it will be amended. I really believe there won't be a choice. All in Unity said, true, those nurses were working hard. Exactly. Actually, we worked so hard till they gave us retention bonuses. Retention meaning they wanted to keep us on staff, so they gave us extra money, and those retention bonuses lasted all the way up until this year, April. They just took our retention bonuses for COVID. So when I say that they really playing on dangerous territory, you said, really, what about the nurse practitioner? That's who they're talking about. That is the profession that they're saying. They're not so much touching the bachelor's degree prepared, but that master's degree prepared nurse practitioner is who they're touching. They're also touching your physician assistants, your PAs. Where I work at, we have a lot of PAs, what we call mid-level. PAs and nurse practitioners are mid-level clinicians, meaning they're next in line to the providers, and the providers will be your doctors. So when you start messing with the PAs and the nurse practitioners, you on dangerous territories, because they carry the weight of medicine. Believe it or not, they carry the weight of medicine. All in Unity says, my primary doctor is a nurse practitioner. And that's who they're messing with, your nurse practitioners. So yeah, definitely something we have to be concerned about, because when you start messing with medicine, nurse practitioners, physician's assistant, doctors, nurses, period, you're headed towards a decline. We already have a nursing shortage. So by doing so, you're headed towards a decline. What do you have to say about it, Butterfly? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just wondering even why that was even a part of the bill, and what is the scheme, the grand scheme behind doing that? Because you don't even have to be a nurse to know that they do more than doctors do. And that's just on all levels. I went to school for medical assistant, and I interned as a medical assistant. You know what I mean? And nurses, like I said, they've always done more than doctors do.
Definitely.
So I'm just confused on why was that even a part of in the bill, and what's the master plan behind that? Because they're definitely up to something.
Well, just exactly. Because if you notice, the one thing that they worked on, they got rid of, they're wanting to get rid of Obamacare. Exactly, Sad Baby Doll. They want to get rid of Obamacare. That's one of the things, right? All the Affordable Care Act. So there were a lot of, if you have the Affordable Care Act, this year, or as we go into 2026, the premiums for the Affordable Care Act automatically go way up. Like people that are paying $54 a month for premiums or would now be paying $900 a month in premiums. So it's not just nursing they're messing with healthcare across the act, across the board. They want to get rid of Medicaid, which is a state funded situation. They want to get rid of those things. So you really have to pay attention to what is really going on. They don't care about them. They don't care about anybody, right? We already know that without health care, people will start to be not with us anymore. And I'm not really sure if that's not what they want. Again, I just spent a week, 2 weeks almost in Italy. They have universal health care. Most countries have universal health care. Guess who don't have universal health care? The free world. We don't have universal, and that's a shame because we should have universal health care.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. One thing I did find interesting was that Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning in January. Y'all, slow clap. I think my last Saturday morning scoop, I talked about how Donald Trump had called her Wacky Marjorie. They had gotten into it based on the very fact that the government was shut down, and Donald Trump, who is the president of the United States, was suing to keep people from getting SNAP benefits. And Marjorie felt like that was something that needed to be done. And so, he started this campaign, Wacky Marjorie. Marjorie's done made her money. She done struck gold in the stock market, so she's gonna take her cut and her losses and leave. So I don't blame her. I'd probably do the same thing, giving herself enough time to collect. Exactly, this is exactly what she's doing. Symmetry, baby. I'm glad someone else saw the handwriting on the wall besides me. Exactly. You said they get paid to heal people. Yeah, but I'm telling you, a lot of time, and I'm a nurse, so I'm saying this with all love and kindness. Seek out alternative methods to heal yourself. Eat better. That's what we as Americans has got to do. Our food is killing us. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything you eat.
Yes.
Yeah, everything we eat is high in fructose corn syrup or fructose syrup. So we've got
being laserly genetically made.
There you go.
Did you hear about the Campbell soup? And I was raised on Campbell soup. That's so devastating.
Now my mama, Lord rest my sweet mama soul, baby. She was gonna get in that kitchen and make you some soup. She was gonna put some stuff in a can, and she was my mama. I mean, she wasn't gonna hardly get no can. If my mama opened up a can, it was because she was tired. But for the most part, my mother was going to make some homemade soup. I don't know how to make homemade soup, but I don't eat Campbell's chicken noodle soup either. So that's that. But I was really shocked to hear that. I was really shocked to hear that they fired the person who was the whistleblower. It was like, hey, your guy was over here at the party drunk and he said this, and they fired him. That kind of like, oh wow.
Bro, because they're about to go bankrupt. Mm-hmm. Like, are you crazy? And not only that, they just opened up Pandora's box because now people are looking at the ingredients even closer on a lot of things. Yeah. So it's just this Campbell soup is just the beginning of a lot. That's why
say that again.
It is important that we get back to growing and producing our own food on our own soil.
Definitely.
If possible, some way, somehow. Yeah.
My mama would make, girl, goulash. Anybody make goulash? My mama, girl, would boil some noodles, fix some ground beef. If we had leftover corn, leftover green beans, she'd throw it all in the pot. Put some tomato sauce in there, and I don't know what all mama seasons mama will put in there. But when I tell you, mama's goulash would be the best goulash, and that's just like a soup. She made her own stew. And she would make chicken noodle soup from egg noodles, girl. To me, that was always her chicken noodle soup. To me, was always the best. Now I don't know what in there, but
my grandmother, my grandfather would make it that way. Yeah.
So I just think we've gotten lazy, y'all. We got to start cooking. We got to start cooking. We got to start watching what we feed our bodies. I remember as a child, and I'm not talking about nobody being obese because I've gained weight over the years. I was a skinny kid. I was skinny probably up until I was about 35. But as a child, I can remember there were not very many obese children, right? The obese kid, there may have been one or two in our classroom. And if you looked at that one obese child, their whole family normally was obese. It wasn't just them, their mom, their dad, everybody in their family was big. We call them big bone. She not fat, she big bone. I don't know about anybody else grew up like that, but that's how it was. One of my best friends was big bone. And everybody in her family was big bone. But if you look around now, the children now look like grown women. I remember my son was in high school and this girl, we was at Walmart one day, he and I shopping, and this girl walks up to him, she starts talking, and I was like, whose mama is that? And he said, Mama, that's my classmate. She looked like a grown woman. She looked like she was my age.
Right. They definitely come out looking a lot growner, a lot sooner.
The hormones they put in this food have young girls starting their menstruations early. Some of it be hormones, some of it be food. We gotta be very careful what we put in this body. You know, Sam Baby doll, my mama could cook. I was just telling my sister the other day, my mama could make rutabagas taste so good. She makes some rutabagas and some cornbread, and oh my Lord, you talking about some good eating. Some good eating right there. So yeah, we got to get back to cooking in the kitchen. I think we've gotten away from cooking in the kitchen. Symmetry said, I saw a video on TT of people dragging a lady for talking about piling food on the children's plates and expecting them to eat it all instead of giving them small portions and letting them ask for more. Exactly. My mom, I can remember we was not allowed to make plates. You know, the mother made plates. They figured children did, you know, we played in dirt, hands would be unclean, so they didn't let us make our own plates. But I can remember I didn't eat a lot, so I would take my food, you know, mom, I'd be ready to go outside and play, and I would scatter around the plate, make it seem like I had eaten, because I really didn't have to have a lot of food. So I was one of those moms as well. I did not go around putting a whole bunch of food on my kids' plate. I put a little food. I asked them what you want to eat because I know every mother knows their child. I know my baby ain't gonna eat no chicken wing or no chicken leg. I know my child is not gonna eat no chitlins or not gonna eat collard greens or cabbage. So I will put on their plate what they would eat. I'm not gonna just waste food like that. I wouldn't dare do that. But a lot of it is also because they're gonna waste food or not gonna eat it. I don't know. My 11-year-old has popped out the past 6 months. I'm telling you something. We got a 12-year-old around here, and baby, she heavily endowed, but a lot of it from genetics to her other side of the family. Baby, they big busted. We don't have Similac. We had pet and carnation milk only. You know what my mama used to tell the story about pet making baby formula out of pet milk or carnation milk. And unfortunately, a lot of mothers don't like to breastfeed, but breastfeeding is the best thing, the best option for your children. And I think we need to promote that more. We need to make sure that
I absolutely do. I agree with you, Lady Ro. I try to breastfeed both mine. My oldest went latch on, but I breastfed my youngest at least for the first couple of months until I went back to school. So yeah.
My daughter, the youngest grandbaby, he would latch on sometimes. So my daughter just made it a point to pump every 2 hours. He still had breast milk, even though he sucked it out of a bottle. He had breast milk. And I just think that's important. And with the breast milk, he was healthier, skin was prettier. She would make things with the breast milk. He had baby eczema. She would take it and make creams with it and rub it on his face. It will go away. Breast milk has what the baby needs. God put in your breast milk what your baby needs. And when the baby latches on if they're not feeling well. Do you know your body creates what the baby needs for whatever's going on with their body? So breast milk really is the best way to go. Let's see what else is on the list. I did have one here about Kandi and Todd announcing that they were going to get a divorce. I haven't looked deep into it. I just know that that's what they said. They were going to get a divorce. Yesterday, Thanksgiving Day, Portia posted a picture of her new alleged girlfriend that she's dating. She's dating a woman by the name of Patrice McKinney. They call her Sway. And this is a picture of, she's a good-looking young lady. And if Portia, this what you like, I love it for you, honey. Good luck with your life, Portia. Here's what I want you to do. Portia, stop living like you trying to survive. Just get with you somebody, and girl, go live happily ever after. Because at the end of the day, we really don't care who you with. Butterfly, what you think about that?
Not surprised. I just think just not surprised. You know, down there in Atlanta, that's a whole nother world within itself. But there's some things that's just not surprising.
Yeah, that wasn't surprising at all.
Yeah, it's like that seemed to be the move once I wouldn't be surprised if Kandi come out with a girlfriend after all, after the divorce settlement that settles.
I'm right there with
bookmark you. This. Y'all bookmark this. I wouldn't be surprised Kandi come out with a girlfriend too.
Right. Sad baby doll said, I need breast milk for my eczema. Who knew? Right. There are ladies who on TikTok, and I want to say Instagram as well, they actually, hey, Pink Lilies, they actually make breast milk soap, and people buy that from them. Breast milk cream. And believe it or not, breast milk does help with eczema. Believe it or not. In fact, my cousin called me when my daughter was breastfeeding. She was like, see if your daughter will send me some breast milk down here because my baby done broke out in this rash. And they said the breast milk will help it. Even the baby got a little pink eye, drop a little bit of breast milk in the eye, baby, it heals, right? I'm telling you, the body produces everything your baby needs to get better, to survive. You just got to take care of your body, period. I have a cousin who...
Wow. You know what's so crazy? There's a lady whose baby passed, and she had a whole bunch of breast milk, and she was like, I think she was trying to say she's trying to figure out if she's going to give it away or something. But I'm like, dang, I wonder if she know that she could make products for her baby and make something special out of the money she might get from that.
That's true.
Somebody told her that. Yeah.
I had never thought that people could make different items out of breast milk until I saw the lady on TikTok. She was an overproducer, and so she started making soaps with her breast milk and different creams, and people buy them from her. I'm not sure, how it's marketed. I'm sure the FDA would have something to say about it, but I think it's amazing because people donate breast milk to the hospitals all the time to use for babies who are in the NICU unit all the time. So I'm really excited that breast milk can be used for other uses. Who knows?
Yes.
What will happen in the future when it comes down to the study on breast milk? Is exactly all in unity. Remember, today is November the 29th. Butterfly said today on Saturday, November 29th, that Kandi will probably come out with a girlfriend. She said it just now. Y'all heard her. She said it. I want to talk about this incident. Let me see if I can find it. A young lady by the
Lady Ro, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Here, though. Sorry.
You're fine. There was a young lady by the name of Tanya Walker. Tanya Walker of Sacramento, California. She actually passed away, I want to say early September or something of that nature. And her organs were donated. The family couldn't find her. when she turned up, she was in a morgue at a hospital in Sacramento, and her organs had been harvested. Let's take a listen to this.
Ray 3 investigation, dignity delayed. Last week, we told you exclusively about the third missing persons case linked to a Dignity Health hospital and its backlog of human remains.
A lawsuit just filed reveals more disturbing allegations. KCRA 3 investigates Lizzie Mitri has been combing through the documents. Lizzie, what did you find?
Curtis, the lawsuit claims not only did the hospital fail to notify Tanya Walker's family after she died, it alleges the hospital actually donated Walker's organs even though she wasn't an organ donor. At 51 years old, Tanya Walker died at Dignity Health's Mercy General Hospital in November 2023. But the family says the hospital never notified them and didn't issue a death certificate until 5 months later. So the family and detectives searched for Walker all that time. Now the family says they're suing.
They need to be held to task for the absolute nightmare that families are living who do not know if their family members are dead or alive.
The lawsuit also alleges that Dignity unilaterally made the decision to make Walker an organ donor and then, without any permission whatsoever, harvested her eyes and tissue. On top of Dignity Health, the family is suing the offsite morgue that Dignity has been contracting with to store bodies for months or even years after patient deaths. It's more commonly known as Cremations Only, but the official business is Mortuary Support Services of Northern California. It's owned by Michael Robert Lofton. The lawsuit alleges the company failed to properly store Walker's remains by failing to embalm her body and refrigerate it at the appropriate temperature. It also states a permit is required by law to store a body for more than 8 calendar days, and that the company held Walker's body for 5.5 months before finally getting that permit. We did reach out, and the attorneys for Lofton and his business say this is a very unfortunate situation. However, they say their client disputes that it has any liability in this matter, and they intend to vigorously defend any claims against it. Another thing that stuck out to us, this lawsuit claims the Sacramento County District Attorney is now investigating. The office wouldn't confirm that to us, saying it doesn't comment on what it is or is not investigating, but that would be a big development because up to now, state regulators have known about this and they have taken no enforcement action.
So, Lizzie, we know you've been reaching out to the state about this, about a history of issues with Dignity hospitals. What's the latest from the Department of Public Health on this?
Right, we've been requesting records. Back in February, CDPH was supposed to send us documents from a 2022 inspection of Mercy San Juan within 14 days. We've reached out multiple times on that and haven't heard back, so we're still waiting.
Yeah, and I know you'll continue to press them for more information on this. Lizzie, thank you so much for looking into that.
And we're going to continue to follow this issue closely. KCRA 3 Investigates has learned in nearly 24 cases, death certificates from Dignity Health hospitals have been delayed for more than a year. Our team is keeping track of all of the cases they've uncovered in a list on the KCRA 3 app. We also have our full series of stories speaking with the family members of victims.
Y'all, that is insane. A family member, the lady was missing, and when she was found, they contacted the family. She was in the morgue. Her organs had been harvested, so she had no eyes and several other things. This African-American lady, and now the family's suing. Y'all, that is one of the most saddest stories I have ever heard of. Y'all, please be in prayer for Tanya Walker's family and for the other 24. They said it's 24 other family members with delayed death certificates and other things. Be in prayer for those families, because when you have a loved one missing, that is one thing. But then for them to be actually at your hospital or at a morgue or sitting at someone's crematory, that's got to be wild. So y'all, let's remember those families in prayer. As many of us may know, may not know, there were 2 National Guards that were shot in Washington on this past week. Not sure what actually was the reasoning behind them being shot, but Let's go to the Associated Press. This is Communities Honor West Virginia National Guard members shot in Washington. West Virginia communities and officials were honoring 2 members of the state's National Guard who were shot in Washington, D.C. this week, looting their dedication to serving their country. U.S. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, 20 years old, passed away, and U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, 24, remains hospitalized after Wednesday afternoon shooting. West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey said Friday that Wolf remained in critical condition. Both are described as selfless and dedicated and had been deployed to Washington as part of an initiative to bolster public safety in the nation's capital. The governor issued a proclamation requesting that all West Virginians observe a statewide moment of silence or prayer on Friday afternoon to honor Wolf and Beckstrom. Morrisey ordered flags to be flown at half-staff in recognition of Beckstrom's death. This is what I have to say about that. If your child is in the National Guard, tell them to get out. Tell them to get out. This is a dangerous time in America to actually be a part of any National Guard. I believe the man who did it was from Afghanistan. He had been vetted. They had checked him out. I believe he entered in under President Biden's watch. Let me make sure. Let me see if there's even information on it, who he was, because I tried not to, really go into detail on who the guy was who did it. But anywho, the gentleman was from Afghanistan. He had been vetted. The United States had vetted him, and they thought that he was safe to be in America. But apparently, he was upset about something. Symmetry said he was from Afghanistan, but was approved for asylum in April of this year. See what I'm saying? So, y'all be prayerful for these young people who are out here on the front lines trying to guard the nation's capital. And I'm gonna tell you this: if your children are in National Guard, tell them to get out, go home. I'm telling you, if they can, go to the house. Also, on this couple of days ago, Hong Kong, there was a fire. I don't know much about this because, again, I'm just getting home, hadn't really got a chance to check. But death toll rises to 128 in Hong Kong residential fire as 8 more arrested over the tower's renovation. Hong Kong firefighters froze dozen more bodies Friday in an intensive apartment they found. Did I say froze? Let me go back. Hong Kong firefighters found dozen more bodies Friday in an intensive apartment by apartment search of a high-rise complex where a massive fire engulfed 7 buildings, and authorities arrested another 8 people involved in the tower's renovations. The death toll in one of the city's deadliest blazes rose to 128, and many remain unaccounted for. First responders found that some fire alarms in the complex, which housed many older people, did not sound when tested, said Andy Young, the director of Hong Kong Fire Services. Though he did not say how many were not working or if others were, the blaze jumped rapidly from one building to the next as foam panels and bamboo scaffoldings covered in netting, apparently installed by a construction company, caught fire. Authorities on Friday arrested 7 men and 1 woman, ranging in ages from 40 to 63, including scaffolding contractors, directors of an engineering consulting company, and project managers supervising the renovation, the Independent Commission Against Corruption said in a statement. On Friday, crews prioritized apartments from which they had received emergency calls during the blaze, but were unable to reach in the hours that the fire burned out of control. Derek Armstrong Chan, a deputy director of Hong Kong Fire Services, told reporters it took firefighters a day to bring the fire under control, and it was not fully extinguished by Friday morning, some 40 hours after it started. Even 2 days after the fire began, smoke continued to drift out of the charred skeletons of the building from the occasional flare-ups. And it shows a picture of a resident's smokes as he looks out towards buildings. I saw a picture of a gentleman who they were holding back. So I guess he had members that lived in the apartment complex. Some 200 people remain unaccounted for, Secretary of Security Chris Tang told reporters. That included 89 bodies that have not yet been identified. Yet more bodies might be recovered, authorities said. Though crews have finished a search for anyone living trapped inside, more than 2,300 firefighters and medical personnel were involved in the operation, and 12 firefighters were among the 79 people injured, Young said. One firefighter was also killed. He had said previously. Katie Lowe, 70, a resident of Wang Fu Court, was not home when the fire started Wednesday. She rushed back roughly an hour later to see that the blaze had spread it to her building. That's my home. I still can't really believe what happened, Lowe said on Friday, as she registered for government assistance for affected households. This all still feels like a bad dream. The unalived included 2 Indonesian migrant workers. The Indonesian Foreign Ministry said on Thursday about 11 other migrants from the country who were working as domestic helpers in the apartment complex remain missing. Indonesian Consul General U Eaton said the government said all official flags in the city will be lowered to half staff in mourning from Saturday to Monday. The city's leader, John Lee, will lead a 3-minute silence Saturday from the government headquarters. Whew, y'all, that super sad.
That is sad.
Super
and just devastating.
Yeah, to see that. So many people were just not just gone. And I believe I heard this morning there were like 200 more people that were unaccounted for, at least unaccounted for. Well, in the beautiful state of Texas, not the city, but the state of Texas. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I thought I put it up, but I may not have. FedEx is laying off approximately 900 workers in Texas as of next week. So these people will be laid off during the Christmas holidays. So y'all be in prayer for people. This is a hard time. Really, really hard time. Really, really, really hard time. Next thing I have on my list, because I just want to have some fun today, is the Cowboys. Did y'all know they beat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day? They tore them up. Yes. How about them Cowboys? How about them? How about them? How about them? And last but not least on my list, I want to talk about Peaches McIntyre. I want to talk about Peaches McIntyre. A lot of people hating on Peach. Peach ain't my favorite person either. I think Peach has a lot of issues. Peach is a mess. But when I tell you Peach know how to get to the bag, Peach knows how to get to the bag. Peach is out here showing all the girls, all the guys, how to make some money. If y'all are paying attention to Peach, let me tell you what Peach did. Peach be selling classes, telling people she can teach you how to make money on YouTube. And we know Peach is a high earner on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. She's a high earner. No matter how we try to get around it, she's raw, uncut, but she's a high earner. Peach decided that what she would do is, her son told her that her hair looked a mess. She has a son who has autism. He said, "Mama, your hair look a mess. You need to get your hair done." Peach said she wasn't going to get her hair done because her daughter did not want to get her hair done. But her son said, "Mama, your hair looks a mess. You need to get your hair done." And so she said, "What color should I put in it?" He said, "Orange." So Peach had the bright idea to come on, I don't know if she did on Facebook or YouTube, but she came live and she said she was going to allow someone to do her hair and they would have to pay her. I forgot what the starting amount was, but it wasn't a whole lot of money, like $100 to do her hair. They had to provide, she had the wigs, but they had to do the hair. Y'all, Peach has been getting her hair done every day, pretty much, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, different wigs, different styles. If you don't know, go to Peach McIntyre on Peach McIntyre on Facebook, YouTube, and you'll see all of these different styles. After a certain amount of time, Peach raised the amount to $1,111.11. Do you know people were paying Peach $1,111.11 to do her hair? Peach been getting her hair done every day. Peach is over there making a bag. She done took her kids to Disney World for the holidays, and the people are coming to Peach's hotel or wherever she's staying at, Airbnb, to do her hair. She did 2 styles on yesterday. I ain't counting her pockets, but if you can count, that's $2,222.22 if you can count. For Thanksgiving Day, Peach said, I want somebody to come cook for me. I'm going to let a caterer come cook for me, and they're going to have to pay me $1,111.11. I said to myself, girl, ain't nobody going to cook for you. Baby, Peach had 2 people who wanted to cater for her for Thanksgiving Day, and they paid her $1,111.11, each one of them. And for this, she gives them free publicity, and she allows them to have one video on her page, but then she does videos with them. Y'all, Peach is out here showing y'all how to get to the bag. If y'all ain't making money, because y'all don't want to make no money, because baby, she's showing y'all how to get to the bag. Peach told you everything is content. Everything is content. And baby, she getting to the bag. And guess what? She not on her live talking about no other content creator. She on her live talking about y'all raggedy folks in the chat is what she be talking about. And she be talking about her mama and her brother. But she ain't talking about no other content creator. And Peach is out here making money, like $50,000, $60,000 a month on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and now charging people to do her head. Y'all, Butterfly, what you got to say about this, baby? Because I think it's hilarious.
I mean, she charged people to do her hair and do her Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, ma'am. And they paid her.
I missed the hair part. I ain't even mad at homegirl. Listen, I'm about to go over there and go to Peach's School of Hustle, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even mad at her.
Me either.
Listen.
I couldn't even
if they willing to do it.
I couldn't even believe it, Butterfly.
No, but you're right. She's a genius if you think about it. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know how much these advertisers, these company pays to make these commercials, these little 50-second commercials, and how much they have to pay to the networks for them to play their commercials. So she's just doing it on a lower scale. But she really is a genius, because that's what they do. These people, football season. You know how they go hard on the commercials that they play doing football, right?
Right.
You know how much money they spend? They're spending like millions of dollars for them 50-second commercials, y'all.
Millions. I'm gonna tell you what, my church actually did a commercial. I want to say it was during the Super Bowl one year. It was a very small commercial, baby. It was like you could barely see it. And I forgot how many thousands of dollars that it cost our church. Yes, it cost us a lot of money. And it was only locally. Like, it wasn't a nationwide. It was only done locally. Let me show y'all Peaches McIntyre's page. I think I put up my where's Peach? Here she go. I think this is her. Yeah, this is Peach. Let me show y'all Peach. Honey, Peach is a mess, but child. I'm not mad at Peach for making the money. I'm not mad at her for making. Let me see if she have it under her shorts. So this is Peach McIntyre. If anybody want to look for Peach, this is her page. Peach McIntyre. She has a check mark. Peach is when I say a high earner, this girl makes the money on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Hey, Queen Script. And y'all, I did not mean to ignore anybody that's in there. As you see, I have, I say what I say is Cash App pinned, and I have a pin for a reason. I want anyone who will willingly or who wants to be a blessing to I Said What I Said, if you don't mind. So this is Peach getting some of the hair, people doing her hair. As you can see, it's different styles, baby. When I say they done slayed her down, this is her husband, baby. She love her husband. His name Wood. And child, we ain't gonna talk about wood. That's a whole different story. But Peach has been out here getting her hair slayed. Here she's showing you the people giving her money. Oh, I don't know. We ain't playing no music because that's Peach's own. That's Peach's song. She writes songs too, baby, and she be out here dancing to them. She makes sure the people give her $1,100. Here she go throwing the money down when with the showing you how much money she make. Peach is a marketing genius. People meeting her on the streets to pay her to do her hair, not she do their hair, to do her hair. Do you hear me? Peach out here making a bag. She got 9 kids and a husband. Y'all, this I think was one of the first hairstyles that she got with it. Let me see if I can go over here. I know she didn't do any on live. Girl, Peach is a mess. She is a mess. But y'all go follow Peach McIntyre. Go over there and help her run up her bag so she can feed them 9 kids and a husband, honey. But yeah, that's all I got. Butterfly, I don't have much else. We had a few.
That girl is smart. Okay, we're done with our dust to dust.
The ashes to ashes and dust to dust, bitch. And if you upset, take your hand, reach around to the back of your behind and scratch that tail and get glad, baby, because we don't give a damn that you mad. And when I say we, I think I can speak for Butterfly too. Butterfly, do you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I'm over here stuffing my mouth. You absolutely speaking for we. We the people do not give a damn.
We don't give a damn that you mad, girl. Do you know that? We don't care. You and whoever else your crew with you. We don't look at me in my eyes. I got big old eyes. Got them from my daddy. We don't care. We do not care. We don't care. You be angry over there alone because you will not go into 2026 with us. We leaving you outside the box because we are moving forward. We doing so much positive things over here. We don't even want to be swayed by the BS. Y'all,
nope.
The lip color is coming to you by the Crayon Case. I said I was going to share this morning. I have on one of the Crayon Case. This is the one I'm wearing, Holly Grove by Crayon Case. In case you didn't know, Crayon Case is by Super Scent. Super Scent has, I believe, if not, yesterday was 50% off. I think today is 25% off. But this is one of the things that she has. This is one of the colors I wear, which is the red that you normally see me in. It's the crawfish. And I have on today the Holly Grove of her lipstick. So if y'all don't mind, go over there. Support Super Scent. We love Super Scent. Thank you, Queen Script. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Crayon Case. The smell I'm wearing today is Jimmy Choo. I love Jimmy Choo. It's one of my favorites. This is, I believe, Forever. Child, I don't know. They had it so long. Forever. I don't remember. But you see the glass with the gold on it. This is Jimmy Choo. I want to say it's Forever One, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the right name. But this is one of my favorite smells. And then we're going to remember Miss Wanda. Show enough Miss Wanda's all seasoning, baby. And don't forget that dressing dust, baby. This right here, that dressing dust, y'all have got to support Miss Wanda. Please go over to Show Enough. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Show Enough Miss Wanda seasoning. And so y'all can get over there and get it. Where is it? I know. Here it is, right on top. And I went past it. Go over to Miss Wanda's. Support Miss Wanda. She actually did her good one with this season, baby. This is my first time having the seasoning, and it is worth it. The dust is, chef kiss, baby. When I tell you, it took my dressing always be good, but baby, it flipped it over the top. My husband even said, baby, what you put in there different? I put a little bit of that Show Enough Miss Wanda.
Okay.
That's all I did. Put a little bit of that Show Enough Miss Wanda. And I told you about what was in the seasonings earlier. And don't listen to what nobody else said. I heard them over there saying that she mixing up other people's season. Baby, she is marketing her season. On the back of it, this is labeled, and it tells you what's in it. Don't listen to nobody lie on other people. If you are known to be a liar, let your head forever be marked as you being a liar. This is Show Enough Miss Wanda season. Support Miss Wanda. Support Miss Wanda. I'm gonna tell you something. This is waiting on me when I got back to Italy. I paid I think this is the $24 bottle. I believe this is $24 bottle. But y'all, it costs her $10 to ship it to me. So in actuality, she probably got about $11, $13, $14 out of this. Okay. So support Miss Wanda. And with that, she sends you a whole bag of the dust for the dressing. Yo, this can get you a couple of things of dressing. Because baby, I use a whole tablespoon in my dressing. And I made a big old aluminum pan size. So order you some. The website is listed on here, Showing Up Miss Wanda. Butterfly, what else you got to say before we close out? Because we're going to say a prayer and I'm going to get on up out of here and go.
I just want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate you. You know, we love our Saturday morning rundown. Love your content. And I'm just really excited for your platform to continue to glow and grow. So make sure if y'all not subscribed, y'all subscribe over here to our boo. Let's get it to our next 300. All right, Buttercups. And thank you, Lady Bro. I had an awesome time.
Thank you for coming in. Let's see. I said what I said. Do you want to she wants to come up, I believe. Girl, if I can't go how to get the link copied. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna let you say the prayer. And I said what I said. You know, we're all praying for you, and you're definitely in our prayers.
Definitely.
All right. Love you guys. I'm in the chat.
Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe and make sure y'all hit that like button.
Yes, hit
It's
the
free.
thumbs up. Thank you.
Make sure y'all hit that like button so you can help our boo get in the algorithm. And if you got a platform that you can share it on, please feel free. TikTok, Twitter, wherever you got a platform, share our boo Lady Roll out. All right. I'm down.
Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like what I said what I said is gonna come up, or was she wanted the link for Showing Up Miss Wanda? Because I did drop it. Y'all, in the pen thing is I said what I said is her Cash App. Please, if you feel led to donate her something, please do so. I felt while I was in Italy this past week or the last 2 weeks, I really felt she was heavy on my heart. So I really wanted to do that today. I wanted to make sure that we let her know that we are thinking of her, that we love her, we're praying for her, and we wish her nothing but the best. Here she comes. Hey, beautiful.
Good morning. How are you?
I am blessed. I am blessed.
So I just wanted to thank you for thinking about me. I was a little hesitant to get up here and explain my full situation because there's a lot of people out here with me going through chemo that's going through the same thing that I am. And I'm appreciative for anybody who does send a Cash App. It's been a battle. I'm going through a divorce. I'm raising my kids. I'm on disability, and I'm not trying to get sympathy. That's not what this is for. But I just hear like a lot of people that be on YouTube, they lie to get the money or for a GoFundMe, and that is not my situation. So anybody that can help, I'm gratefully thankful.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Thank God for your courage, and thank God that for you even to be the instrument to stand forward. Because I know that it takes a lot of courage. Because you seem like you're a very prideful woman. It's a lot to come up and say, "I need help." And I think that there's a scripture in the Bible that says that when we are weak, those that are strong should be able to lift and encourage and strengthen their brother. And that is what we are for. We are a sisterhood, I believe. And that is part of what we're going to do. We are a true sisterhood. We're not over here faking the funk. We're not over here creating no mess. We're over here to lift up each other and to love on each other. And that is what I want to do for you. I said what I said. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And if you don't mind, I want to say a quick prayer before we end this live, okay?
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day, God. We thank you for the time of Thanksgiving, God. We thank you for giving us an opportunity to even get together as women and laugh and talk and reminisce and be able to be thankful for you, God. I thank you for our dear sister. I said what I said, God. I know her real name and you know her real name, God, because you created her, Lord. You know all about her, Lord. You made all of the organs in her body, Lord. And I know you are the great physician, God. You said in your word that the stripes that were laid upon the back of Jesus were for the healing of the nation, God. And I ask that you heal her body, God. Meet every need, God. Meet every desire, God. Bless her children, God. Give them strength where they are weak, God. Lord, give her strength where she is weak, God. Be her leaning post, God. In the midnight hour when she cries out, God, I want you to be that comfort, God. Be that encouragement, Lord. Help us to keep her encouraged. Help us to keep her held up before your throne, God, because I know that you can do all things and you are not a man that you would lie, neither are you a man that you should have to repent, God. And I am calling you at your word. Lord, we're going to bless her and we're going to lift her up and we're going to encourage her, God, through you, God, because you give us all the strength, Lord. And I want you to give her the strength, Lord, even for the days ahead, for today, for tomorrow, Lord. Let her smile even when she doesn't feel like smiling. Give her the grace to make it through every moment, Lord, because I'm sure it is a challenge. God bless her as she goes through her treatments. Give her the strength when she would be sick. God, take the illness away, take the nausea, take the vomiting away, God. You be everything that you said you would be, God. I command you to do that right now because you said I could command you at your word. I put you on notice today that she needs you, God. She needs you in her everyday walk. Everyday walk, God. Be her strength. Be her provider, God. God, I trust you. I trust you, God, and you blessed each and every one of us under the sound of my voice to have the means. Bless those hands. Bless those hearts they give, God. God, enlarge her territory. Enlarge our territory. God, I just love on you today. I love on I said what I said. I love on each and every one of the ladies and the gentlemen in the chat, God. Lord, I bless your name and I love you. I will love you forever in spite of, God. Just like Job, although he was persecuted and he was tried, God, he never gave up on his love for you. He would not curse you and die. God, and we're not going to curse you and die. We're going to love you. We're going to keep lifting up your name because we know all of our hope, all of our strength comes from you. In your name we pray and we'll give you all the glory, all the honor, all the praise, even through the tears. Wipe those tears. Wipe those tears, God. In your name I pray. Amen.
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 Thank you.
You're welcome. The Cash App is on the screen. If you feel led, please bless her. Please bless her. God is good. He's good in spite of. You know what I'm saying? In spite of. He's good. Y'all keep, I said what I said, in your prayers. Keep her in your prayers. When you go to bed at night, call out her name. Call out her name. And let God know that she's on your heart. Because she was on my heart really heavy. Really heavy. And I'm so glad I saw her in the chat this morning. This is her Cash App, $ Kosha Menendez 0321. Kosha Menendez 0321. If no one told you today they love you, I love you, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. Y'all have a great day. Remember, we are a sisterhood. We not full of the drama. We ain't gonna do no drama over here. We done with that bull crap, okay? We just came on here and had a little fun about it because, girl, when I say I don't care, I don't care. I'm gonna be me. I'm going to take the flight. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to bless people. That's who I'm going to be. Okay. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.